Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. I've flown us all the way to Herotitus here for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's a black market. Number two, the path to get here took us kind of bouncing around Arano space through a lot of systems we'd never been to before. And number three, one of the few remaining flashpoints is here. I figured we could knock it out. It's probably got some okay rewards. It'll be a little bit more unique content for us to see. And then we're back in a part of space where actually we haven't really explored that many of the systems. And over here is where we're going to find the Free Worlds League rep necessary to unlock our other Alliance flashpoint. So I guess for now, let's just get on into the flashpoint here. I assume there are contracts we could do. I'll probably do these off camera because they are unlikely to be interesting. Obviously, we gotta do everything we can do on each system because that's how the points work. I don't know if we will do these, actually, because I don't want to bring our magistracy rep up. What are these ones? Okay, local pirates. I mean, lowering anybody except the Free Worlds League is totally fine. So yeah, I'll just knock those out real fast off camera. But, on camera, we're doing this, the Steel Beast. Now, our employer for this mission is the Lyran Commonwealth. We're currently at exactly 0 with them because they are a declared enemy. And we won't be gaining any rep from this because they're a declared enemy, but it's definitely not worth breaking our alliance to get some rep with them, because there's no way we get them to 100, and breaking our alliance would drop our rep with House Karita from 100 to 25, and we'll never be able to repair it. I don't think the point trade-off is worthwhile for us to break the alliance to get this. So let's just do this without any rep. It's still worth money. We'll get a rare mech, which is cool. And also, there is a tonnage requirement on at least part of this thing, so we might actually get an interesting mission. We won't be able to totally overpower this. A Solaris gladiator has murdered my nephew Arjun. With your help, I will see his killer brought to justice, Commander. Make him suffer, and I'll make you rich. I do like being rich. I mean, I'm already pretty rich, but we could stand to be richer. Right? That's the rich person's philosophy. Yeah, I could have a little more. Why shouldn't I be king? Commander, I'm pleased to see that you've accepted my request. The matter that I have for you is one of a personal nature. My nephew Arjun has been murdered, killed in the cockpit by a grandstanding fool in front of a cheering audience. I want his head, and I want you to deliver it to me. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Graf Stieglitz Bradford, and I think I can speak for everyone on the team when I say we'd be honored to help. Who exactly are we going to be dealing with? A Solaris 7 gladiator. He's a mountain of a man, a sadist who revels in misery and thrives on the jeers of the crowd. His name is Bogdan Tubbs, but he calls himself the Steel Beast. This sounds a little like, sounds a little pro-wrestling to me. I mean, except for the murder. Under the guise of friendship, Tubbs challenged my nephew to a harmless exhibition match. But when Arjun stepped into the arena, the gladiator turned what should have been a friendly duel into a bloody execution. In the end, he crushed Arjun's cockpit with his battle mech's armored claw. Wow, why? Did somebody pay him to do it? What was his motivation? Fame? The roar of the crowd? Who can guess? In truth, Miss Murad, I couldn't care less what drove that gladiator to kill dear Arjun. I care only that the justice of House Stieglitz Bradford and House Steiner is visited upon this Steel Beast, and that Bogdan Tubbs pays for Arjun's death with his own life. Okay, well, I mean, if you can lure him out here, I'll take care of him. Alas, I cannot. But you can. One of the Steel Beast's biggest sponsors, Ironwood Productions, has a holovid distribution facility right here on Herotitus. And it just so happens that Ironwood Productions is hosting a major fan event for Tubbs' most ardent supporters. I want you to make a mockery of the Steel Beast's retinue. Smash them to pieces, stomp them flat, send them running back to whatever caves they crawled out of. And I want you to record yourselves doing it. Hey, I had this idea recently. Oh, I'm not mousing over the orange text. We didn't learn anything about Ironwood Productions. How irresponsible of me. Okay, I'm with you so far. Keep going. After you've destroyed the Steel Beast's supporters, I want you to proceed to Ironwood Productions' hollow recording facility and capture it. You will then use the equipment inside to broadcast a challenge to Solaris 7 and beyond. The Steel Beast will be powerless to resist such a challenge. He will come to you, and you will kill him for what he did to my nephew. Do you really think this idiot will be that easy to ambush? I mean, it'll be a pretty obvious trap. If you call him out loudly enough, he won't have a choice. Solaris gladiators live and die by their reputations. If the Steel Beast ignores your challenge or refuses to fight you, his popularity in the arena will suffer for it. Okay, I mean, it sounds pretty simple. You have my thanks. Return to me when your challenge has been recorded, and we'll lure Arjun's killer to us. It sounds like we would have to wait for this, right? Like, we broadcast the thing and then he's going to have to fly here? Well, whatever. Got nothing else to do with our time. If we are to draw the Steel Beast into a fight, we must first provoke him. The wholesale slaughter of his revolting followers seems like a reasonable first step. I'll point you in the right direction, you'll bring the firepower, and we'll scour this world of Bogdan Tubbs' fan club. Then we'll move on to a more high-profile target. Okay, I mean, yeah, that sounds doable. I'm going to assume that there's not going to be any interesting salvage here. Let's just take it all as cash. So, there's no reason at all for me not to bring my biggest, meanest mechs, but I suppose we could use this as an opportunity to gain XP on people who could use XP. I'll keep Coyote in because we could stand to cap him off. Let's bring down Flatline. We're doing a lowlands biome, so Kazaganthe mostly manages its own heat, as long as we don't have to fire it too many times. And then, honestly, it should be pretty easy from here. Let's go Nobis in Big Swarmy and... what's Sheet Metal got? Early movement, sensor lock. Actually, maybe she drives Big Swarmy. And then we just need somebody with 9 tactics, ideally to... sure, Prowl will work fine. Cyclops should be far enough from danger, and danger should be low enough that we don't need any defensive skills there. Actually, we have sure footing anyway. Whatever, let's go. So we got a couple of sensor locks here. We got the Grasshopper moving on 4, which is something I always enjoy. I assume we're going to be seeing some lighter competition. So actually, moving on 4 is pretty relevant here. In a lot of the like assault on assault matchups, where our team is up against 4 skull teams, the extra point of initiative doesn't really matter too much, because 3 is before all of them anyway. But here it will matter. Let's go beat up some violent drunks. I mean, we blow their mechs up, like all the way up. It is very difficult to imagine that they're going to survive. Not really beat up so much as murder, but if we had any compunctions about that, I suppose we couldn't be in this business, right?
Command interface initiated.
Oh, you know what? This mission might be easy enough that we might see Centurion 9ALs. Maybe I should have taken some salvage. Oh well, whatever. Too late now. Our surveillance drones have spotted a group of the Steel Beast's friends and followers near this location. Understand that these people aren't trained mercenaries. They're a motley crew of Solaris gladiators, pirates, and highwaymen. Most don't belong on the battlefield at all, let alone in a battlemech's cockpit. It should be a trivial matter for you to smash them flat. He's going to so much effort to underline how easy this is going to be that I have to assume there's going to be some kind of twist. Alright, be recording the fight for broadcast, so try to put on a good show. I mean...
what are those?
First of all...
trees?
Is Flatline unfamiliar with what trees look like? What I was going to say is, first of all, we always put on a good show, Darius. Don't be insulting. Secondly, look at the size of our mechs. That alone has got to be impressive.
Position confirmed.
Right? People don't get to see a lot of crabs and atlases out on the battlefield. Not most people. I know we do all the time, but I don't think most people do. When we can get vision. I mean, these vehicles are going to be like strikers and stuff. Oh, that's a Manticore. That's like a real enemy. A Manticore with busted armor.
Affirmative.
I probably didn't really need to do that called shot.
One more for the trash heap.
I guess we could try to, like, stomp on some vehicles or something. That might be cool. That would look good on film. I think probably just reserve down now, right? I actually want these vehicles to come forward. What do you think the odds are we could get the Grasshopper to do a backflip? Because, like, the jump jets are... some of the jump jets are on the legs, right? So if we were to angle the legs apart a little bit, maybe... I'm just thinking there's got to be some way that we could get the thrust sort of around like that.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's get some sensor locks here so that we can do some work. 60, 80, 60. What are you? Are you another Manticore?
I've got a sensor lock.
Okay, a PPC carrier. Definitely worth killing.
Yes, Commander.
Right, think about it. Like, if you were to move the mech's legs like you were about to take a step, then only fire one of the legs worth of jets, and then fire the other one, you could get like a twist going. Basically, what I'm trying to figure out here is if we could pull off a Benihana. We could use one of these tanks as the board. That would look pretty cool, you have to admit. Ah, whatever, just give him everything. I was like, how many missiles is this really going to take? But also, what are the odds they're going to throw enough stuff at us that I have to care about the number of missiles this will take?
Commander.
This is a shame. I actually don't get to do anything at all with this mech.
Let's get this done, folks.
You have to appreciate sheet metal's enthusiasm. I can get vision of him from over here, but that seems pretty... I'm just going to walk... Oh! Apparently there is one space where I'm just walking.
Got hostile contacts inbound.
60, 65. So yeah, actually, I think the difficulty here might be too high for us to see Centurions. I can't believe that we're going to miss out on mech completion because I can't find a Centurion 9AL. Ridiculous.
Firing.
This is another case where I didn't really need to fire everything.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle
SRM carrier is like an actual dangerous enemy, though, even at this point.
They've got
I
a
still
lock
wouldn't
on
want to
me.
get shot by one of those. You know, honestly, that's still kind of a lot of
Can't take
damage.
much more of this.
Ready for orders.
Quick Draw's not a bad mech. It's just like, why would you ever use a Quick Draw when you could use a Grasshopper? Well, I'm gonna reserve down. Let's let the other mech come forward too. Presumably it will, yeah, also shoot at the Grasshopper.
Systems holding.
I think it was right to bring the Grasshopper instead of the Stalker here.
Standing by.
Probably. You have, well, more than enough armor to make this damage pretty irrelevant, but also I don't have any other plays, so... I don't think we want to bother focusing. We're going to want to focus with the Crab and probably, possibly also the Cyclops. Okay, so that's an LRM carrier over there. We should probably do something about that.
Receiving you.
Well, I can't get direct fire anywhere, huh? Hill's a real problem. Okay, I think the play is we walk all the way over to here.
Moving to position.
I don't get the shot I want this turn, but next turn, my extremely short jump will still be enough to get me up on that rock, right?
Roger.
We can figure it out from there. Really, I didn't just do enough damage to destroy any of his torso portions. Got close.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Got close a bunch.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Do we want a precision strike? Because if I precision strike now and I don't get the kill, then we won't be inspired next turn. It probably doesn't matter. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter.
Time to die.
To do our best to direct stuff center.
Should have run when you had the chance. Give them everything you got.
Honestly, I think this is like relatively difficult for a 3-skull. These are some relative, like, not great mechs, but some okay mechs. Alright, so I'm probably just going to move and sensor lock the LRM carrier, right? I could even not move. Get vigilance to clear the ability damage and get our bulwark up. Just that I don't, you know, take a structure blow through and have to have the grasshopper sit out. Alright, I am not in sensor reach. I do have to move a little bit.
Move order received.
That vigilance is maybe overkill.
I've got a sensor lock. I got a sensor trace.
Let's see, he acts on 1. Doesn't really matter whether I do this now or not, I don't think. There are reasonably good odds here of a kill. I think we got that on the last possible
What's
missile.
that about shooting the little guys?
Alright, Prowl. Everybody can hear the lack of sincerity in your voice, and it's kind of it's like it comes across a little shitty. Is all I'm saying.
On my way.
I'm not saying you can't do it. Just saying, you know, think twice. Think twice about how you want your teammates to view you. Aw. Alright, we got there anyway. AC-20 is remarkably difficult to aim.
Standing by.
I almost wonder if they should make a different
Heading out.
aim penalty for different or a different recoil penalty for different weapons. Because man, the AC-20's got to kick something fierce when you fire it, right?
It's go time.
Managed to find a way there to not destroy anything. Oh, just outside of good weapons range.
Taking a shot.
Okay, that was pretty easy. I mean, we were anticipating it being pretty easy, but that was pretty easy. That was glorious, Commander Ballard. You beat them bloody without a shred of hesitation or remorse. Yeah, could you please stop describing my character? It makes me uncomfortable. And I captured the entire show on Holovid. Nice crisp footage, ready for air. Oh, I forgot to stomp on anybody. I should have DFA'd somebody. That would have been a good show. And by all means, we should broadcast it. We move on Ironwood Productions and their hollow distribution facility. And we do it now. What about refits and repairs? Our lance just took fire down there. Yang, that's not... Come on, man. I am paying you to deliver swift justice for Arjun's murder, Mr. Vertanen. Anything short of that is unacceptable. You will move on Ironwood's hollow distribution facility, and you will do it without delay. You're the boss, Graf Stieglitz Bradford. You say we push forward, then we push forward.
Mission successful.
Yang's just giving that guy shit. He knows we didn't take any damage. He knows that it almost is not possible for us to have taken meaningful damage. I gotta say, I feel like of all the people we work for, Graf Stieglitz Bradford might quietly be the most unreasonable. He's so jolly and pleasant a lot of the time that you forget about what a total dick he is. It's very unreasonable. Cool, we got an SRM-6 pod. You know, it's all stuff we can sell, right? It does not sell very well, but we can sell it. There's going to be a tedious thing that happens at the end of the campaign here, where we spend all of our money buying, like, heat sinks, and then we sell everything we own, and then we spend all of the money we get from those sales buying heat sinks, and then we sell all of those. Because the amount of money you have on hand is not worth anything, but any money that comes in is worth points. I mean, we're not going to change anything up here, right? Let's just keep going. This is a pretty easy consecutive deployment. I wonder how much work it would be to have dialogue that's conditional based on what happened in the mission. Like, Yang could have different lines, right, for how much damage you actually took during the fight. Because if you take 0 structure damage, he probably should not say that thing about needing refits and repairs. I don't know, it's probably not worth... No matter what the answer to my question is, it's probably too much to be worth the outcome. So we're going to take over a hollow distribution facility and just pirate the airwaves for a little while here. I guess, listen, this is not the correct kind of problem for us, or rather we are not the correct kind of solution for this problem. This is some real swatting flies with bazookas type stuff here, but Stiglett's Bradford is paying.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, a facility just ahead. Ironwood Productions uses this facility to mass-produce holovid entertainment for the combat enthusiasts across the Inner Sphere. They'll have everything we'll need to issue the Steel Beast a challenge he cannot refuse. I would advise your Lance to scout the facility before engaging it. Ironwood Productions has security contracts with a number of local mercenary outfits, and resistance is likely to be heavy. Yeah, heavy, but not assault, so I'm not too worried about it.
I like it here. It's lush.
Yeah, okay, I guess it's kind of lush.
Confirmed.
Why is everybody in our Lance so freaked out about trees? We've all seen trees before. I know you've seen trees before. We've been to places that have trees.
Roger.
Oh, I forgot. I totally have the fast animations on.
Commander?
Said not turning them off? Listen, I could turn them off. That sounds like a lot of clicking.
Coordinates received.
That is just 2 medium lasers and 2 machine guns. That's not a very dangerous vehicle at all. This is a cicada with 2... Wow. Well, I guess we're going to put everything into this guy.
Affirmative.
Honestly, that's a pretty scary turret, relative to the kinds of things we're seeing on this mission.
One less turret.
You probably need to knock out their vision pretty quickly before the other turrets get on us.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Wow, look at that cowardice, the run and hide. Well, that's a bummer. Gonna make it harder for us to kill him. Guess it could just run over here and reveal some turrets so we can knock out all the turrets before they can become a problem.
On my way.
Does involve exposing the Cyclops, which is a little worrying.
Firing everything I've got.
It's weird how these turrets are like actual... These are the high mission difficulty
They
turrets.
got a sensor lock on
But
me.
then there's so much other stuff here that is so unimpressive.
Got it.
So I'm going to split fire. Hopefully we don't miss with the large laser, but even if we do, obviously, Coyote and the King Crab can clean this up pretty
Copy
easily.
that.
And I think we're far enough away from the heavy shredder that it wouldn't actually get to fire. But no sense taking the chance.
Ready for orders.
Can't get direct shots on everything. Alright, this will have to do.
On it.
What do I actually need to kill you? 232? No, sorry, 177. We did do some damage already. Then we'll shoot at you, I guess, as B. So 75 plus 120 should like be pretty far overkill.
Confirming. Multiple targets.
I guess if I miss the rifle shot here, I'm gonna be sad.
Let's get this done, folks.
Reporting. One left
Turns out
vehicle.
assault mechs are relatively effective. That cicada is still going to be providing them vision, probably for quite a while. That cicada might be one of the last things we kill, just due to how annoying it will be to hit it. That is exactly the sort of thing I was worried about.
Receiving you.
Well, worried is strong. Probably worried is not correct. I'm going to reserve down until after the cicada here. Just cannot resist a Cyclops standing in the open, huh? I'm actually going to reserve us down again. Alright, it looks to me like we should have a pretty easy time knocking out all their vision.
Standing by.
This guy only has... Actually, he's relatively tough. Could just step on him. That will definitely get the kill.
Waiting for orders.
Yes, provided it doesn't miss. Let's see if we can get rid of the others. All of our weapons have a pretty significant chance to miss here, but yeah, almost any hit is going to do the job.
Hostile eliminated.
What's up, boss?
Alright, if we can get rid of this guy, then we are pretty much done.
Confirmed.
Hit him hard!
Tango.
It really did seem like that was the last missile, didn't it? Like a ton of stuff just started glancing off to the side and hitting the side torso. I was getting a little worried.
The area isn't clear. Eliminate hostiles and secure it before proceeding to your next objective.
Okay, Darius, thank you. I do remember how the thing works. We have eyes on you. I'd advise against doing anything foolish, Commander. This studio is better defended than most frontier military bases, and I'd like nothing better than to justify our defense budget. Hey look, are you getting this on camera, Darius? Check out this sick moonwalk. Sounds like we're in for a fight. You know we've been fighting for several minutes now, right? Also, that thing just blew up due to how impressed it was about the moonwalk. I didn't even make it over there. That's... Man, I hope he got that. You should just broadcast that. Screw this Steel Beast and Mercenary Company thing. It's like Ironwood Productions shelled out for point defense turrets. I was not expecting that. Darius is so inattentive. Oh, now we're just shooting corpses.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
That's what she calls the victory salvo. Sometimes you just gotta pop a few off. You know. Celebration. Okay, apparently I walked close enough to this thing that it still has vision of us. So that's not great.
Alpha strike.
Put that PPC debuff on it at least. Hopefully it will miss all of its shots. Well, at least it spread them out. Center torso is getting pretty dark, though.
I'm ready for orders. On my way.
Alright, well, I think we've probably won. Start with that one laser that went off like 50 feet to the left. How did that happen?
Good to go.
Waiting for orders. Move into position.
Move into position.
Are we good?
Picking up a new
We had to fight, okay, we had to fight even more guys.
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
That's fine. I mean, we're certainly up for it. Oh, a 50. I think the Centurion we're looking for might actually be in the 50 class. Alright, jump up on this building and find out. This would have been a really good time because we were not able to negotiate our thing ourselves, and they gave us 2 points of priority salvage.
Confirmed.
Wow. There's a lot of misses there. Way more than 40%.
What can I do for you? Got it.
Yeah, geez, I did, like, almost no damage. I'm just gonna sensor lock, actually. It doesn't... No, I'm not. Never mind. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of value in even firing these LRMs. I guess we'll fire... just to strip the evasion. I'm not worried about keeps. I'm not worried about ammo. I'm a little worried about the damage that Hunchback is going to do. I may have overcommitted the Grasshopper a little bit here.
Commander.
Then again, the crabs
Standing by.
probably got this under control.
Position confirmed.
done, folks.
Guy generated a lot of evasion just walking forward. Alright, we should probably either pull the grasshopper back or move it to the side where it's a little harder to shoot.
Receiving you. Coordinates received.
Oh, I don't even have a range on that. Well, I guess brace then.
Commander?
So, Griffin, Shadowhawk, I mean, if we jump down here, should be able to get in a position where those guys don't have any hope of hitting me. We just go center. Honestly, think it's probably better to fire the lasers than to fire the SRM here. The SRM is not that likely, or rather, it's pretty likely to all hit the same area, but it's not as likely to focus up as a laser is.
On it.
Wow, was that 2 of my lasers went center? This is like a really impressively bad shot, actually. One of those things where it's so bad it's kind of amazing. Like, how did you even do that?
Time to die.
Prowl seems insufferable. I'm glad she's not on the main team. Really? I would not have guessed that you'd be able to shoot him through that. Yeah.
Aye, aye.
Very slightly.
Receiving you.
If I do this, we can split fire.
Moving to position.
I don't know this is necessarily great, but we can certainly do it.
Splitting target.
Okay, there we go. Finally got our ammo explosion. Yeah, we don't have to use the grasshopper on the next mission. Also, it's probably perfectly safe too, because we could just take care of it a little bit better, and I'm sure it would be fine.
On my way.
Precision strike this guy to try to knock his initiative down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
So 96 health center. Yeah, I don't think we even actually have to be careful here. I guess if I do this, I'm not going to be able to fire all the weapons. I know that. I really want to just gut this Griffin. It really doesn't have a lot of health. I'm going to go for it. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I not? I thought it was in the back arc. Nope, the front is over here. It must have been turned while I was looking at it. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, that's annoying.
Locking on target.
Didn't even get all the way through.
Commander.
Alright. What am I more afraid of? Either one of them, really.
Take this. Should have run when you had the
That
chance.
ammo actually gonna explode? There it goes. You know what? Sometimes the explosions are internal and they're just touching off other explosions. You have to wait a little bit for it to, like, get all the way through to the outside. I assure you, he is exploding internally with great force. Taz really needs to get in range.
Ready for orders. Heading out. Roger.
Probably nothing super significant is going to happen here, but I can't imagine this thing surviving the punch that's about to receive.
Scored a critical hit.
No retreat.
I am allowed to stand here, right? Yeah, okay. This spot is not covered in the you will die bot, or the dots. Oh, that's annoying. I guess it only has a 90% chance to hit, but still, that's annoying. Yep, and then he gets it. Ridiculous.
That shot got past my armor.
Whatever.
I hear ya.
That's a little silly.
You betcha.
Good. Man, that's embarrassing. It is embarrassing for any of us to take actual structural damage against that group of mechs. You win, Commander Ballard. Ironwood Productions is officially crying uncle. The hollow distribution facility is yours for as long as you need it. If you want to call out the Steel Beast, we can help you do that. In fact, we'd be happy to. Anything that gets you out of here, basically. I'll bet you will. Someone in your fight promotions department is probably doing a happy little dance right now. Oh, we know a money-making opportunity when we hear it. When you're ready, come on in. We've got a dozen holo cameras ready to roll. Excellent. This victory brings us a step closer to justice for my murdered nephew. I suggest that you prepare yourselves. You'll be receiving the Steel Beast's challenge soon enough.
Mission successful.
So I would assume that this is where the tonnage limitation is going to come in. I can't imagine how, though. Maybe oh, you know what it is? He's probably going to want to set it up like a wrestling promotion, and so there's going to be some weight class stuff. He's going to be like, I'll bring a 65-ton mech, and you bring a 65-ton mech, and we'll just have it out right here. Well, this is the kind of reason that we kept a couple of lighter mechs in the stalls, right? So we are going to get 2 pieces of priority salvage out of a group of salvage things that is going to have nothing of value in it, right? Yep, not one single thing that I care about. I guess the best thing to do would be to take mech salvage. Potentially we could get a whole body. He gave us another piece of salvage. It's like, that's alright. The value of that is not nothing. Not high, but it's not nothing. Whereas the value of, like, medium laser number 117 is pretty close to nothing, actually. I believe it is less than a single point. I'm pretty sure. Boy, whatever it's loading into must be real fancy. Alright, what do you got? We're getting an incoming messenger, Commander. It's Tubbs. It looks like he's already here. That's a surprise. Isn't he supposed to be on Solaris 7? Famous for its battle mech gladiatorial fights. Known as the Solaris Games, these fights are broadcast throughout the inner sphere and the periphery, where fans eagerly follow the careers of their favorite mech warriors. People must die all the time in that stuff, right? Because you can only limit the amount of force that's being produced so much here. Physics is going to take the issue out of your hands sometimes. That was the word on the street, yeah, but hey, here he is. He must have come out to do some work with Ironwood Productions. Or hell, I don't know, maybe he's just here to sample Herotitus' pleasure industry. The place does have a reputation. So are these guys like real famous? They are a mid-range media production company. The lion's share of Ironwood's creative output focuses on promotional work for the Solaris 7 tournament circuit. Major clients include Bogdan the Steel Beast Tubbs, Serena Lionfish Toussaint, and Adamar Forklift Sadat. Ooh, Forklift's a good name for a battle mech. Or I guess that's a good pilot call sign too. It's a better name for a battle mech, frankly. Well, whatever the reason, he's here, and I'll bet that he's mighty pissed off. Buckle in, Commander. I'm putting him up on the view screen now. I told you it was going to be a wrestling promotion. Hey, Commander Shit for Brains! I saw your little holo broadcast. You think that you can handle the crushing power of the Steel Beast? Well, I'm here to call you out and challenge your best to a duel to the death. You gotta be kidding me, Tubbs. Is this how you talk all the time? You're goddamn right it is. The Steel Beast is as real as it gets. He practices 100% sincerity, and he's gonna cut through your bullshit with a snap of his claws. You're about to face the unbridled, armored fury of Solaris 7's most notorious welterweight champion. Welterweight, huh? Interesting. With all the yelling and screaming, I expected you to pilot something bigger. Stay out of it, lady. This is between me and your company's champion. My crab against your best medium mech. Now, are you gonna accept my challenge, or are you a bunch of sniveling cowards with jelly where your spines should be? Yeah, alright, you got your fight. And when the dust settles, there won't be enough left of you to fill a 5-gallon jug. Okay, hey, that's a pretty good snapback, actually. It's a pretty good wrestling style snapback. You think you can frighten the Steel Beast? You don't scare me. It is I who scares you. Can he just declare that? I'll see you on the goddamn field. You versus our best, one-on-one. We'll be there. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that, right? Like, okay, I mean, I don't think that Reckless is the kind of person who plays fair. With a dramatic snarl, the Steel Beast disappears from your view screen. He is dramatic. Yeah, look, they're gonna let me cheat. So, boss, we're gonna drop the whole lance right down on that asshole's head, right? Please tell me that's... Okay, see, this is why we hired Yang. Yang gets me. Here's the thing, though. It is in character for Reckless, absolutely, to just put the entire company down on top of this dude. And, also, it is absolutely what I would do if we were anywhere near the, tonnage and difficulty level required for this mission. But I'm wondering if maybe we should just go for the 50-ton, because at least that'll make it interesting. We're kind of breezing through everything at this point. It's a single 50-ton mech. What do we have that's 50? We have the, that cool Starlight Griffin is 55, right? We have the Hunchback. Maybe we have something else that's 50. A Trebuchet, maybe? The Hunchback with a good pilot in it probably actually could just take his head clean off, right? It's like a little baby grasshopper. No, but it's so out of character. No, of course we would cheat. Obviously we would cheat. You're damn right we are. If he tries to cheat, we'll be prepared. Listen, we're gonna cheat, but only to preempt his cheating. It's because he's a bad guy, not us, right? And what if he sticks to his end of the deal? Well, then he dies, Sumeri. That's how this works. If he's really stupid enough to drop alone, he deserves to get dogpiled. Fair enough. Let's go take out a gladiator. You know what? I love the fact that the crew is on my side here. It doesn't make any sense at all for us to take this easy. Yeah, let's crush this nerd. This is it. Your Lance versus the Steel Beast and whatever reinforcements he dares to call. Give him the justice he so richly deserves. It's a certain kind of justice. Right? It's 3 skulls. What do I care? For real though, if I miss the completion bonus for the class because we didn't get a Centurion, I am going to be a little annoyed. And we have 434 days left. I'm taking it all in money. Alright, so we gotta bring... Do we have to bring a 50-ton mech? Like, do I need to bait him? No, I don't. We're just gonna go for it, huh? Let's leave the Grasshopper behind. We'll put the Stalker in. And this team is good enough to handle this, right? Don't want to change up who's driving what here? No, I don't think so. I think we got it. I was expecting the somebody on the bridge to be a little judgy about the cheating, but man, they were all gung-ho. The moment the idea of cheating came up, they were like, oh yeah, of course we would. Of course we just drop everything. Hell, let's wait till he shows up and then just shell the planet from space. He's probably going to be very upset. I'll be honest with you, I hope he doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue, because I wasn't going all the way Macho Man, but I was headed in the direction of Macho Man with that voice. I didn't anticipate how much that was going to hurt. It actually totally sucks to do that. I don't know how he did that for decades and decades. I mean, drugs. Probably partially the answer is drugs. I am not unfamiliar with the lives of professional wrestlers. I do hope he gives us the Steel Beast is ready, though. So I will bonesaw the hell out of it.
Command interface initiated.
Alright. You're here, and look, you brought friends. You're a liar and a cheat, and you're gonna reap the Steel Beast's whirlwind. I like him so much, I wish we could just recruit him. Shut up and fight, you murderous swine. Commander Ballard will make you suffer as you made my nephew Arjun suffer. Suffering? I'll show you suffering. Now come at me. This guy's my favorite character.
All right.
I like him better than everybody else that we've met, and also everybody else who's in our
My
company.
way.
Coordinates received.
What if we just gave him Darius's job? Not like, you know, Darius is not great at his job. I'm not saying oh, he's so bad he shouldn't be on my ship. But if we had to replace somebody, it would be Darius,
On my
right?
way.
Okay, well there's his 50-ton mech. I mean, we're just gonna maraud here. I feel a little bit bad for the entertainment value of the series. Like, this could have been a tense one-on-one, but so out of character. Yeah, let's just get as close as we can and do the thing. You know, the thing we do.
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Enemy reinforcement. He was cheating. Of course he was gonna cheat. Well, all this is justice, really. Ooh, check it out. The big steel claw. Flamethrowers, medium lasers, and... Okay. Melee stability damage increased, but not actual damage. Okay, so he like runs up on you and he shoots you with the flamethrowers and you overheat. I get what they were going for here. Yeah, this could have been real neat. Shame I had to go and ruin it. That was not even worth doing. I should have just sensor
Good to
locked.
go.
You know what? Yeah, reserve down. Let's hold on. Hold on. Let's let him come forward a little bit. Hey, I don't think that's the angle that mech was at. So there's more stuff back here.
Good to go.
I don't know, maybe it's possible that he doesn't have other stuff if you don't bring other stuff. Maybe the Steel Beast has a weird sense of honor. No, he murdered that guy in an exhibition match. No, he does not. There's no way. Alright, Stalker's doing what the Stalker does. Attracting all of the attention. Man, if enemies ever focused on the Atlas like this... So he does have Bulwark.
Copy that.
But also, AC-20.
Copy that.
I do wish we could ever get the AC-20 to hit the torso.
Receiving you.
I don't know what's wrong with that thing. Well, I mean, just keep working him.
Firing.
Stiglitz Bradford was very into the idea of this dude suffering. I don't really have time for suffering. We're just gonna kind of go right through him. I'll tell you what, there are definitely going to be videos.
Waiting on you, Commander.
People are going to be talking about this for a while.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Hey, did you see the Steel Beast get run over by 600 tons of battle mech? That was pretty crazy, right? Oh, he survives.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
So it's a crab, right? We actually don't have a crab. It's just that you don't have to because it's an expansion mech, so it's not part of the list.
Waiting for orders.
So I guess we'll be picking up. Actually, we'll get some.
On my way.
We'll get some completion points here, or not completion points, but it's a new mech chassis, so we'll get like 1,000 points off of it. Well, I definitely don't have to shoot him with everything, but also we're here to put on a show, right?
Roger.
Actually, no, that's not true. We're not putting on a show anymore. I'm still putting on a show, but it's mostly for me. We're not broadcasting.
Let's do this.
Alright, now let's blow up his reinforcements.
Waiting for orders. Coordinates received. All weapons are go.
He's running around with a half-busted cicada as backup.
Yeah,
It's like he wanted to die. That said, we did core him. You know what? I should have taken his head off. That would have been the appropriate thing. We'll go over there and step on it.
Yes, Commander.
Well, this almost feels unsporting.
Roger that.
Okay, we took that thing's head off. AC-20 to the face.
Hostile
The flatline is every bit as ridiculous, just in his own way. It's a slightly different way.
Hostile on census.
Oh, it's on now.
It just got serious for sheet metal. We're gonna run over here and I'm gonna step on his head. This is not part of the mission, this is personal.
I hear ya.
I feel like I screwed up. My natural sense of showmanship will not allow me to end the mission until we have stomped on his face, but good.
Light damage, Commander.
I'm surprised they have vision of me. I mean, I guess that just means he's still alive in there, right? We'll show him. We'll paint his little red wagon. Would you believe that English is my first language? You know, Hilarious Overkill is also a good show, though. It's sort of like those skating videos that are just a dude bailing super hard off a rail and smashing his groin, except that the rail, you know, sort of comes up to meet him and also is the reason he fell in the first place, and also shouts at him a lot while it's happening.
What can I do for ya? You betcha.
Yeah, just keep cooking him. Oh, heat problems. Well, you know what? Go for the head. Turn off the missiles.
Time to die.
Yeah, his mech's in bad enough shape that, yes, indeed, a PVC shot to the head is lethal. You know, I feel like over the last few missions, we've hit the head way more often than 18% of the time.
Took a hard hit there.
Wait, Stalker's not very stable, is it? I mean, that might be just because the pilot that we have in it currently is inexperienced.
On the move.
Give 'em everything you got.
Obviously, we can't fire yet, because I didn't do my stomp. There we go. This'll show him. Bam! Okay, problem solved. We made him suffer, just like I said we would. Ooh, I don't think I hit the head at all there. Oh, I got it eventually with some missiles. Enough missiles to kill it. I guess, yeah, as damaged as they are, it was only like 2 missile hits, wasn't it? 2 or 3. Scratch one, steel beast. He had it coming, I have to say. And you delivered it to him. I salute you, Commander. Prost!
Mission
Of course he's
successful.
drinking. We can't see him, but we should have known the whole time that he was drinking. I wonder if he would be more reasonable if he ever gave us a job while sober. Oh, he did once, didn't he? No, I'm thinking of the other guy. I'm thinking of the Kurita guy, who is also always drunk when he calls us. I think I might have confused them enough that they might be using the same character voice, whatever. Alright, we got some medium lasers, hooray! Notice, no crab parts even in the thing here. We never get to take home parts of the customized mechs. It's a real shame. I would have loved to have an awesome dragon. It's just that's a really good naming convention. I should have just named all of our mechs awesome whatever kind of mech it is. This is the awesome Grasshopper. That's the awesome Atlas. Look out for my awesome Thunderbolt. Well, it's a lot like all the other Thunderbolts you've seen. But we painted it orange, which is the most awesome color. Very impressive, Commander Ballard. Your lance absolutely crushed Tubbs, both physically and metaphorically. It's true, I went out of my way to make sure. My nephew's untimely death has been avenged. Oh, we are pleased to be of service, Graf Stieglitz Bradford. Bloodthirsty fools like Tubbs give all mech warriors a bad name. Bloodthirsty fools like Tubbs, and also us. Not anymore, my friend. You and your company have solved that problem admirably. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have family matters to attend to on Tharkad. Arjun had a son whose affairs must be seen to, and now that honor has been satisfied, the duty falls on my shoulders. Tharkad is the capital of the Lyrian Commonwealth. Home to nearly 7 billion people, and also a bunch of information that's not directly relevant to me, so it can't possibly matter. Alright, pay me. Cough it up. We have to talk. So, what's next for us? I play around with the salvage my team just recovered. You know, Tubbs may have been an idiot, but his mech was a thing of beauty. And good news, everyone, it's ours now. We've got ourselves a big steel claw. Yo, we extremely don't, though. I cored it, and then I stomped all over it. There's no way any part of that thing still works. Oh, if that isn't worth celebrating, I don't know what is. Should we pop a few cans of Quiller Fizz? I just happen, I assume, to have one handy. Nothing fancy comes in a can. Sparkling beverage made from the Inner Sphere's most popular bioengineered crop. Comes in every fruit flavor you can imagine, and some you'd rather not. This can is cherry pomegranate, and the slogan says, snappy and refreshing without slowing you down. Maybe later. For now, we go back to work. Yes, please don't drink on the job. There are plenty more contracts waiting for us out there, so let's get to it. Okay, so the rare mech is we got his big steel claw. Also, a hit defense gyro. Not the best kind, but still, not bad. And then some pretty crummy stuff. Yeah, here's our big steel claw. Had the chassis rebuilt to support the mounting of ballistic weaponry, presumably in the interest of creating a louder and more violent spectacle in the arena. Oh, so it's a crab that's been modified so that it has an autocannon slot. That's actually really cool. Also, crabs have 5 jump jets, huh? This is a neat body. We obviously have no use for it at this point, but it's a neat body. The payout is sub $1 million. It's like a thumb in my eye.
That mech you asked for is
We
clear.
landed ourselves a Franken-mech. Looks like a crab, but on the inside it's at least a quarter Irby. That's where the new ballistic mounting hardware came from. I'm honestly amazed this thing even works, but it does, and it's ours now. Yeah, we're not field testing that. I don't feel confident that it actually works. We certainly didn't see it do anything other than explode and die. Okay, well, I'm embarrassed that I got the grasshopper damage there, but hey, we got through it. We got through the 3-skull flashpoint. I know, it was touch and go for a minute there. So yeah, I'll bang out these contracts here, and then I don't know what. I guess there is still a flashpoint to do, and I think that flashpoint gives Free Worlds League rep. Yeah, you'll notice White Lies now says it expires in 169 days. While we were traveling to Herotitus, it expired and then reappeared the next day. So I don't even really know what the meaning of this expiration date is. They're just going to come back immediately. I don't know, we might do this. Bellerophon, unfortunately, is a very low difficulty world. And I think we've been to a lot of the systems that are on the path here. If we can find a Free Worlds League system that has more difficult missions, I'll probably just do that instead. I'll work it out, and I'll come back to you. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if I manage to find us a little bit more challenging source of Free Worlds League rep. And we'll see you then.